Good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday and it's St. Patrick's Day. I want to begin by wishing everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day, but especially all my friends over in England and Ireland, Wales. I have a lot of friends over there, especially my third son, Joey Pyle, over there in London. All you friends, you know who you are. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I'm sure you're all at the pub. Folks, do me a favor if you like my content, okay? Please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, okay? I would appreciate it. Thank you, folks. Now, I want to begin today because a lot of people have commented to me, all right, make comments about why I would not do that Vlad interview with Michael Franzese. Now, you all probably recall when I did the Vlad interview after Michael was falsely accusing me of things and saying things that were not true. So I went up, I had to defend myself. And you all remember when I went into my pocket like this here, everybody thought I was going to pull out something else, but I had a piece of paper, okay? And on that piece of paper were all the people that Michael had put away. Now, you heard Michael talking about Jerry Zimmerman an awful lot. Jerry Zimmerman was like 6'5", must have weighed 300 pounds, big guy, good-looking guy, silver white hair, full crop of hair. And Jerry was the best con man. Jerry actually, if I believe it correctly, he met Michael through Sonny. He knew Sonny first. Now, I know Michael did Knights of the City and some other movie down in Florida, and that's happened to be when he met his wife, Cammie, who's a lovely lady. I had met her on a couple of occasions while we were looking for Johnny when Johnny disappeared on his highs. But when the gasoline tax, you all heard all the stories about the gasoline tax, probably one of the biggest cons, money-grabbing things in the history of the mob. It was very cleverly put together. Well, Jerry Zimmerman, Billy Ferranti, they were involved. In what capacity? All right, Billy lives in Pompano Beach, and Billy was a collector and enforcer, and he had a little piece of the gasoline business, not much. But I think the year was 1986 when it started coming down and everybody was getting arrested. And Billy ended up on state charges. Jerry had to go to court, and Michael told him, don't worry, go to court. I'll have a bail bondsman there for you and a lawyer. Well, Jerry went to court. There was no bail bondsman. There was no lawyer, and Jerry got arrested. How exactly Jerry got out, I can't recall. It was some crazy thing. Okay? Billy went to trial with his state. He got 5 years. It's when he went to trial, that's when he found out that Michael was an informant. Now, ironically, I've become very good friends with Jerry Zimmerman, Billy Ferranti, and Bob Barish. Bob Barish was the director on the movie, I think it was Knights of the City. It was something like that there that Michael did. Okay, so how did I meet Jerry Zimmerman? I met Jerry Zimmerman. Actually, I was sitting home one night when Tina called me with Sonny on the phone. I think Sonny was in Petersburg at that time. And they said there was some money owed, and Michael and Jerry were doing something in a warehouse out in Chatsworth. They gave me the address. I took a ride out there, tried to meet Jerry. And when I got to the warehouse, I sat there and I observed for a while because we were bringing artwork into a lot of artwork, I don't know, it's probably fake, okay, into the warehouse. I finally got out of the car, went and asked for Jerry Zimmerman. It was evening, Jerry was not there. So I let that go. And ironically, Sonny was calling Jerry. They were close. And telling him that he should get a hold of me, which Jerry finally did. And from when Jerry and we first met at Jerry's Deli on Ventura Boulevard in the Valley here. And Jerry and I became scam after scam after scam. Jerry was one of the best con men I have ever met in my entire life. He knew how to open doors. He knew how to talk to people. He was really good. I mean, Jerry could find a deal in the bottom of a garbage can. Trust me, he was good. And we made a shitload of money. One thing that Jerry, he did not like Michael, obviously after that there. And Jerry always carried a big box of all documents of Michael, who he read and many other things that he did. And Jerry, every time he get a new car, it was always a Mercury, he'd take that from the trunk of the car and put it in. He showed me all the paperwork. I saw it all. Okay? So I know it was in there. Even down to when Jerry went to visit Michael at Terminal Island. Okay? I'm not going to say what Michael did there. Okay? I saw it. It was recorded. How Jerry's able to get a hold of this information, I don't know. But Jerry was one of the best. Billy ended up coming to California, lived not too far from me. He wanted to become an actor. He did get a big job in a commercial. He was well known for that there. Did some acting. Billy, if he would have hung in there, all right, he could have made it. He could have been good. Okay, but like a lot of people, they come here to be an actor, they end up going back home to where they're from. Because it's not an overnight thing to become successful in Hollywood like people think. You're right, it takes a lot of hard work. Like anything else if you want to be successful. So, it was me who put that feud to bed. And there's a video out when I did that there. Okay, because I'm not that kind of guy that wants to go and put people down all the time. Some people enjoy that. All right? I said, how am I going to earn money from blasting other people? Okay? It's not my thing, folks. Okay? If I don't have something good to say about people, I'm not going to say anything at all. I've been like that all my life. I'm not going to change now. I'm 80 years old. But I want to tell you, I am the guy that's known for robbing the LA City jail. Yes, I robbed the jail of cable boxes. How did that come about? Well, like I said, Jerry Zimmerman. Now, Jerry Zimmerman, when he called me and he said, meet me at Jerry's, I knew there'd be an envelope waiting when I got there with at least $5,000, just for my time. There was always something more coming from it, though, okay? Well, Jerry tells me how he's got these guys, they want these cable boxes, certain cable boxes, and we're trying to figure out how to freak to get them. Because these guys were from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They had a big time operation, big. And I became friends with these guys. They were great guys. They ended up going to prison. I'll tell you why. Okay, but I hope they're doing well. God bless them. And I even went to Sonny. Sonny, I need his cable. Because Sonny said, well, look, we'll try to I'll find them for you. And then Richie Maroney, who was the U.S. Marshal that I introduced to Sonny, and he got his life all messed up because of that. Well, he knew Andrew Russo's sons, and they had a strip joint out in Long Island. So I flew back, and I met with them. They telling me they can get the cable boxes. I'm looking to make money, folks. Okay? I'll never forget. Okay? The day after I met them, Sonny heard about it. Now, I don't know what Sonny's relationship with Andrew Russo really was, how close they were, or if they were not close. But Sonny was pissed at me for meeting with him. I said, Sonny, you told me you were going to get him. You never did nothing. I'll get him. I said, where? Where are you going to get him? Didn't know. Now, anyways, what happened was one Sunday morning. Now, I did a favor and I saved this kid named Kevin McCarthy. Kevin was the guy, you see these movies with the cars blowing up. He was big at that. His father did it. He took over the business. He was really good. You see cars blowing up, blowing in the air and all that there. That's what Kevin did. And his wife calls me. Kevin was at the LA City jail because it was an old jail. There was a gym on one end that the gangbangers were using, boxing gym in there. And then the other part of the jail was where all the cells were. And he found all these cable boxes there that were confiscated by the LAPD. So I said, well, grab a few and put them in your truck, bring them home tonight, I'll be there to look at them. And he did that. And he had a big pile of them. So they were the real things, what we were looking for. Certain serial numbers these guys wanted. We put them in Jerry's warehouse, or another guy's warehouse, actually. And the guys from Florida came, looked at them, boom, take this, take what they took. They give me 15 grand. All right. I said, there's a lot more there. There's a few $1 million worth. I'm going to get them. So now I become friends with these guys. We're talking on the phone. These guys were magnificent at what they did. It was genius. Big money maker, big. They wanted me to move back there. They offered me a big salary, everything. I was almost going to take it until they got arrested in New Jersey, and my name was thrown all over the fucking place. But I ended up investing $40,000 of my own money and setting this thing up. And one thing you gotta know about gangsters, we are businessmen. And anyone who's a businessman, you gotta make an investment in your business, whether you're opening up a liquor store, a clothing store, a restaurant, you gotta make an investment. We're no different. If we're gonna rob something, we gotta make an investment, and it's a business. And I had this thing all set up perfectly. We had the guys from Florida, had them in a hotel. I was in the same hotel. Jerry Zimmerman was in a different hotel. And the way we did this, we were going to film a movie. And we had, I can't remember, we had some real actors. And I had this one kid, I'm not going to give his name out, he's a nice kid. No sense in putting his name out there. But he was the producer. And he was instructed that at midnight to shut the production down. Because I had 4 trucks lined up. The LA City Jail was right across, you know that you see it on TV, you see the LA River, but it's dry. On the other side was Los Angeles Police Academy. And that's where I had my guys on motorcycles and lookouts. I had the whole thing covered. I had food for all the actors, all the extras, everything. Everybody thought it was a real movie we were filming here. And we had smoke screens, okay? Had smoke screens so nobody could see what's going on in the back. And on the back was the cells. And that's where my guys were, taking the cable boxes out of the cell to get them ready. And there was only one elevator, and it was small, about that size, okay? It wasn't big. But at midnight, this producer's drinking, okay? And he's getting into the movie. He's not shutting it down. I'm yelling at Jerry, because I had Jerry was in charge of the guys that I had there, in charge of the trucks. And I'm going nuts. Finally, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm yelling at Jerry to get the fucking thing shut down. Gets it shut down. By the time it gets shut down, 3 of my trucks left. I had 1 truck. But by the time they shut it down, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. And when they finally got the truck loaded and got it out of there, brought it, we had a warehouse at the airport where my guys from Florida had their guy with a truck ready to drive it to Florida. And they went through all the cable boxes. And the guys, in the haste with everything going wrong at the set, they got the wrong cable boxes. Now I ended up with, I got my money back, my 40 grand back, but then I had to pay all the truck driver, I had to pay all the guys that I had at the jail, I had to pay everybody. So, you know, I sent the guy, had Jerry, was waiting with all the guys to be paid, so I had to send the money to Jerry, and he was at Raleigh Studios over on Santa Monica Boulevard with the guys waiting there. And I sent him, he paid the next thing after that, folks. I was still determined to get those boxes. And I came that close, but then I became investigated. I ended up getting arrested in Burbank, and I am the guy. The people in the underworld of Los Angeles, they all know Ori Spado is the only guy to try to rob a jail. But those are some of the things, okay, that get me excited, make my blood flow, make me want to go, okay? It's not just the money with me. It's the thing, can I do it? I mean, can I do it? Because I always feel I could do anything I set my mind to. Now I set my mind to legitimate things. I'm doing them. It takes longer. But, you know, use that as a lesson, folks, to better yourself. You got to say to yourself that you can do anything. And together we all can make this world a better place. I thank you folks for listening. Once again, all my love and respect. And if you want to read more about the Franzese, Frank Costello, Jimmy Coxey, all the gangsters I know, how I met Sonny. It's right here in my book. Thank you, folks. Have a great day. God bless.